not leaking?
Nope, it's fine. You get that redone. Pop this. No, you gotta get these. That's a project over.
Definitely that.
Clean up. Alright. Turn the battery on. You got it.
So you just have to flip that switch.
Yeah, I mean. Alright, Austin. Go around the block.
Alright, so I got it. It's rough. I just pulled out some boxes right here. The heads, the old heads were in there. Boxes, there's a few more boxes in there. It's a little rough in here. But it's all there. Windshield wipers don't work, I found that out. It's fun driving in the rain. Yeah, just a lot of cleaning. Gotta get all this crap out and then install the back seat and like all this. Gonna be cleaned up. But my job today is get gas. You gotta get gas, battery, and possibly an oil change, and then just cleaning up as much as possible. But I mean, everything's all there. It's a sweet ride. So here's what it sounds like when it starts up. This is pretty sweet. 1,200 bucks. It's got the cold air intake. It's got trick flow intake manifold. You can see down there it's got trick flow, aluminum heads. It's got the Ford Racing spark plugs. What else has he done to it? Alright, if we go under here, might be able to see it. You got these Longtube headers. They're BBK Longtube Headers. And then he's got some like an H pipe or something and mufflers. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. So I'm here getting gas. I just went down the street to get gas. And now it's not starting because the battery's dead. That's the next pit spot. I gotta go get a battery. Hold on, set this down. So right now I'm just waiting for my brother to come give me a jump. So last night I took it to the gas station and I turned it off to fill up, and I got back in after filling up. It would not start. So I had my brother jump me. We went straight to AutoZone, got a new battery, got the battery tested, got it for free because the guy still had a warranty on it. So that was nice. And then after that we figured that it died when we got home. I tried starting it. There's a switch under the hood that you have to turn off every time because something drains the power. This thing's so modded, so something's gonna be draining the power. But I just gave it a simple wash. I mean, it's been sitting for years, so it's not gonna be perfect. I didn't even do any detailing. Like, I just went over the wheels real quick. You can see that they're gonna take some time to get all that brake dust off. The wheel wells I didn't even touch. Under the engine I didn't even touch. Just a wash. Got all like, there was like debris and branches under there. I'll have to go back, as you can see, and detail it. The inside, I got the back seat back in. And I just literally vacuumed, wiped down the windows and stuff. I didn't even touch all the plastic, like trim and stuff. I didn't wipe, I literally just vacuumed because I spent all day at the DMV. And, but yeah, I mean, it looks a lot better. Cleaned out this a little bit. It's not so junky. Back seat's in. Let's look at the trunk. So this had a bunch of crap back here. So, I mean, it's still a little dirty, but I just, like I said, got everything out, vacuumed it. So yeah, that's how this car is right now. Tape holding the brake light. All these lights all work. The turning signals don't work. I think the column's broken. The daylights and headlights are there except for this headlight. That headlight is out, so need that. And that's all for today. Okay, we got the title. And we got our new tag. Time to get to work. Only 7 RPM when I shifted from second to third. Alright, so the other day I went and started up and I was showing one of my friends the car, and I went to go give it some gas and it's misfiring like crazy. God, I couldn't even give it gas. I thought it was going to stall out. So I turned it right back around. So I'm going to check the spark plugs and see how those look. So I just pulled the first spark plug right here. Very first one goes in right about there. It's the first one. Pulled it out, it's completely toast. It's all black, burnt up. Alright, the spark plugs look pretty bad, so I'm gonna get new ones. I'm gonna put them in tomorrow, I'll film it, and we'll see how it runs then. Alright, so I was looking at the alternator. I noticed this white, I don't know if you can see it, that white stuff. It's really sticky. It was all in there, it's kind of in there and inside the alternator. So I don't know if that's corrosion or if it's like some sort of sealant to hold the wires in better, but I kind of tried cleaning this off because that was really dirty, so the connection probably wasn't that good. That might have been part of the battery problem. I mean, it's a brand new battery. It's weird though. If I don't turn off that one off switch, if I don't turn that off, the thing completely dies right away. Something is pulling power. It's not the alternator, but just thought that was weird. So I cleaned that up, put that back in, and I'll figure out more what to do tomorrow morning. Okay, so yesterday, me and my father-in-law spent about 9 hours on cleaning up the engine. First thing we did, we wanted to get this thing running properly, so we took out all the spark plugs and just replaced them. It was better that way. They were old, they'd been sitting for a while. After that, started cleaning. First thing I did was cleaning the wires. They're a lot brighter now. They were like dark yellow. They're almost brown. Completely, I bagged everything, bagged this, bagged that, bagged anything electrical, degreased everything, just coated in degreaser and let it sit there for a while, and then hosed it off. Put a bag over this and bleached all that. That was like completely brown. It was nasty looking. After that, we went over this with Armorall to give it a nice little shine, give it a good polished look. After that, we went into the interior, vacuumed it out, took out the carpets, sprayed them down, took out the spare tire and the jack, sprayed that, washed it with soap and water. Then went over everything with Armorall, wiped it off. It cleaned it a lot. It actually looks a lot better in there. And then did then we wiped down the windows. Then after we put the seats back in and stuff, I left the ozone in there overnight, and that just like neutralizes oxygen and like gets rid of bacteria, gets rid of all like the bad odors in the car. So it smells a lot better, it smells a lot cleaner. The grill on there, resprayed it black. The windshield wipers, resprayed it black, because that was easy. They were rusty looking, so we sanded it down and stuff, and just sprayed it black, and it looks good. Then later that night, I let this thing cool off after getting some race gas put in it. I did a radiator flush, coolant flush, and it was nasty. It was like murky, and there's chunks in there. I don't know. It was bad. So I let all the coolant run out. I filled it up with distilled water and this Freestone radiator flush stuff that's supposed to break down any rust or stuff. So I'm still running that in there. It says to run it for a couple 100 miles. And then after a couple 100 miles, I'll put the new coolant in. And then today, this morning, I did an oil change. It was hard getting the oil filter off because it was rusted on there. We got a fresh oil filter on there and oil, so should be running a lot better now. I did these as much as possible. They're smooth, they feel like brand new headlights, so it's a little foggy on the inside, but they're as good as possible, good as they can be. They're a lot better. I can actually see better. And that's the majority of what we did yesterday and today. So it looks a lot better. It's running a lot better. I think once we get that vacuum leak sealed, it'll run a lot better too. But just having fresh oil, fresh coolant, it's a lot better for the engine. So that's all for today.